Most people think the reason they struggle with money is because they spend too much, so they delete shopping apps. They skip nights out. They try to become more disciplined. And for a while, it feels responsible. There's a quiet satisfaction that comes from saying no, from proving to yourself that you're strong enough to resist. But then something strange happens. The bank balance doesn't really change. The stress doesn't really leave. And the feeling of being behind stays. Not because you're careless, not because you're lazy, but because you might be trying very hard to fix the wrong problem. What if the thing draining your money every month isn't your willpower? What if it's a few big decisions you made once and then stopped questioning? I once heard someone describe money like water flowing through a house. If there's a leak in a small pipe, you notice it, a drip under the sink, a wet spot on the floor. You grab a towel. You tighten the valve. You feel productive. But if there's a leak in the main pipe, underground, you don't see it. The water just disappears. No matter how careful, you are with the taps. No matter how quickly you turn off the sink, the pressure never feels right. Many people are managing the drips, while the main pipe is quietly leaking. We're taught to look at money in pieces: coffee, clothes, subscriptions, small treats. They're visible. They're easy to control. They give us a sense of discipline. But most people never pause to look at the things that quietly shape their entire financial life. The home they chose, the car they committed to, the lifestyle they locked in, the structure of their everyday costs. These are not monthly decisions. They are life decisions. They are the kind you make once, and then live with every single day. Think about how most big choices are made. Not slowly, not carefully. They're often made during emotional moments. A promotion, a new relationship, a move to a new city, a feeling that it's time to upgrade. It feels like progress. It feels like adulthood. It feels like you're doing what you're supposed to do. So you say yes. And then years later, you're still paying for a version of yourself who was making decisions based on a very different season of life. There's a quiet story behind many financial struggles. It's not a story of recklessness. It's a story of good intentions. I wanted more space. I wanted something reliable. I wanted to feel settled. I wanted to feel successful. These are not bad reasons. They're human reasons. But human reasons can become financial anchors. They can quietly tie your future. To choices made by your past. Imagine carrying a heavy suitcase. At first, it doesn't feel too heavy. You just picked it up. But as you walk, 5 minutes becomes 10. 10 becomes 30. 30 becomes an hour. The weight doesn't change. Your strength does. Big financial commitments are like that suitcase. They don't feel heavy on day one. They feel heavy on year 3. This is why so many responsible people feel like they're doing everything right, but never quite getting ahead. Not because they don't care, but because they never learned to question the big defaults. They were taught how to budget, not how to design. They were taught how to save. Not how to step back and ask, does this structure actually support the life I want? There's a difference between being careful and being intentional. Being careful is about control. Being intentional is about alignment. At Tailies of Worth, we talk a lot about this idea. Money doesn't just fund your lifestyle. It quietly shapes your freedom. Freedom isn't just about how much you earn. It's about how much of your life is already spoken for. Before you become harder on yourself, before you vow to cut more, spend less, and say no to life, it might be worth asking a quieter question. Am I trying to fix small habits? When what really needs attention are the big decisions I stopped revisiting because financial peace rarely comes from saying no to everything. It comes from building a life where your biggest choices leave room to say yes. Yes to rest. Yes to relationships. Yes to growth. Yes to a future that feels open, not heavy. Life is not meant to feel like a constant financial negotiation. It's meant to feel like a direction. When your money supports that direction, every small decision becomes lighter. Not perfect, but lighter. And that's what Tales of Worth is really about. Not just money, not just numbers, but building a life where your resources are aligned, with what you value. Because when alignment replaces pressure, freedom doesn't feel far away. It feels possible.